During a routine prenatal exam, Kelly and Ryan discovered their first baby had complications with his brain and diaphragm. The hospital advised them of the option to terminate the pregnancy, but they chose a more optimistic view of their future and forged ahead. At 1 week old, Dylan had his first of many surgeries. 2 years later, his brother Logan was born, also with deformities. As the boys grew older, they weren't hitting their milestones. It took Dylan 18 months to walk, Logan 14 months. While other kids were speaking full sentences, Dylan and Logan only had a few words.
No, that's a shark.
Confused doctors tested for every disorder from Down syndrome to autism. Everything came back negative. Finally, after the genetics department at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia followed the brothers for 6 years, they had a diagnosis. A glimmer of hope came when Dylan became part of a trial for a new portable speech-generating device, helping him communicate simple things like needing to use the bathroom. But once the trial was over, the expensive device had to be returned. Kelly tried to go through insurance to get them back, but they were denied. Although they were nonverbal and struggle with behavioral issues, Dylan and Logan understand each other and have a very special bond. Last year, at age 6, Dylan even said his name for the first time.
Say Dylan. Say Dylan.
A big victory for a family that cherishes the little things. Join us now via Polycom. Please welcome Kelly and Ryan to the show.
Welcome.
Thanks so much for being with us. We know the boys were just diagnosed less than a year ago. What was it like to finally have a formal diagnosis for them?
It was wonderful and scary all wrapped up in one. We were so fortunate to finally have some answers, but then we found out that mid-13L is very rare and we weren't provided much information.
What have you all done now with these new diagnoses, given the fact that we mentioned in that tape he's only 15 known cases worldwide?
Well, when we left the doctor's office after we were diagnosed, basically what they said was try to find families and connect with those families to learn from each other. And so we've been able to do that through social media, and that's been comforting. Through social media, we've been able to discuss similar behaviors that the children have and obstacles that we face as families. And so that's really important to continue to raise awareness about mid-13L, to continue to find other families that are going through similar things.
Well, kudos to you for that.
Well, what have been some of the biggest challenges for you?
Communication is the biggest thing for us. We don't know what they are going through day-to-day basis. So Dylan, he had a toothache that took us about a week and a half to even figure out. His mood was different. He was aggravated. And finally, he eventually started pointing to his mouth, and we were able to figure it out, take him to the dentist. And, after that, he was fine. So, something like a simple, hey, Dad, my tooth hurts, could go a long way.
Some of the other challenges definitely are some behavioral issues that we have experiencing, and they're not potty trained yet, so that makes it very challenging to go out in the community. So that's another big challenge.
Wow. On that note, we have a couple surprises for you guys. Our friends at Good Nights are giving you a 1-year supply of absorbent pants for both of your wonderful sons. They're designed with 5 layers of protection and are discreet for older kids like Dylan and Logan.
Thank you so much. It's so helpful.
And for me personally, when I heard that those language devices were actually helping the boys communicate and express themselves, so very cool. But learning that those devices were no longer available to the kids because of the insurance denials, we reached out to Prinky Romick, and they're going to gift your family with 2 accent devices so your boys can hopefully have some freedom with communication.
It's going to help them out so much. Thank you.
Well, we're just proud of you as parents. You truly are the epitome of what parenting means. So keep up the great work. Thank you for sharing your story with us.